Well, hey everybody. Today I got a new package in. Let me start off with saying my name is Brian, and I'm going to do a video about my Tegus today. Well, it has something to do with the Tegus, but in this box, as you can see, kind of a wide or long box, and I'm going to open it up and we're going to look at what I got today for my Tegus. Okay? Alright, let's open up and see what we got here. Any guesses? Ooh, I don't know. What would this be? You know, put your guess in the comments. I don't know why people say that. Like, go ahead. You're going to see it here in just a second. But anyways, we're going to bust it open. I'm excited about it. It's something I have a love-hate relationship with, according to my Tegus and what I've gone through and what I've bought so far. But okay, here we go. Opening it up. Of course, it's kind of just free floating in the box, and this is kind of fragile. All right. Here's what we got. It's a T5HO 54 watt, and if I think I remember, like 50 inches wide. It's a UVB, UVA light, fluorescent light, and my Tegus need it. I bought a couple of different bulbs, and the freestanding bulbs, and I also have some Zoom Med smaller, maybe 30-inch hoods with different bulbs, T8 high output 10.0 and T5 with, I think, the medium grade output bulb, and they were very expensive. They were both like $70, $75, and they're quite a bit smaller than this. This is a Reptizu. Might be right to hold it up right to you. Reptizu. We're going to try it out. It had good reviews, and it has a 10.0 bulb, a high output 54 watt, and it's going to give my reptiles the UVB they need. Since my Tegus are indoors, I feel I need to elevate my game on the UVB, and hopefully it'll make them a little bit more active and get them up a little earlier. So that's what we're going to do today. Is I'm going to basically make an install video. We're going to put it in there on the cage I built. Okay, here we go. All right, now moving on to the light. This is my fluorescent Reptizu light. Man, I'm really impressed by this light, fluorescent light. It is, let me see, it's 46 inches long. It's very minimal. This is metal. This is a little plastic or very thin aluminum. Very minimalist design. I like it a whole bunch. And then it comes with a power cord. The power cord plugs in and out, so you have access to remove the cord. So if you're in a moving process, you don't have this long cord dangling. And then it does have an off on, little section on the cord, so you can turn it off and on, not have to unplug it from the wall outlet. Very nice, very long. The bulb, they are selling them on Amazon now, and this bulb is $49, and it is recommended that they say to replace it every 6 months, but I've heard up to a year, and spending a lot of money is not something that I'm wanting to continuously do, so I'm going to let it go more towards a year. This is a 54 watt. It's just a really good light, and I'm kind of a little bit upset that that I went a different route in the beginning. I bought these Zoom Med lights, and like I mentioned before, I bought a T8 before. That's the lower power fluorescent Zoom Med reptile light, and you can get 5.0 bulbs and 10.0 bulbs in the T8. But it's a less output, and it's a less output by a whole bunch. So I bought that initially, and you just don't know these things until you get into it and you try it. I mean, it'd be really advantageous to have more knowledge before I got into this, taking a long break between owning reptiles. So I bought this, or this light that's in here. Let me show you. I've now moved that, or I moved the Zoom Ed light, the T8 into this room, and it actually has the 10.0 bulb, and this one out here is the T5, the T5 bulb. And so that's the higher output of the two. But those, again, were like $75, $80, and the bulbs are like $40. And then with the ReptiZoo light, they're $49, and they sell them on Amazon now, which is really good. So you can get those pretty easily. But it's rather dark in this room, so I apologize. I don't really need it bright in here, and it's just not the greatest for making videos. Videos always look better when it's bright in there, and you can increase your frame rate and everything. So just want to bring that to you, but I want to make high quality videos. So this light is going to mount very easily in here on my setup that I have, my makeshift setup. Let me show you real quick. I've already pre-mounted. This fixture came with little clips that mount onto the top, and so you can mount that to an interior of a cage very easily. The Zoom Ed fixtures, light fixtures, don't have a way to do that. I had to jerry rig mine with zip ties. It works just fine. It doesn't look bad. It's just that it doesn't have come equipped to be able to hang it. It usually sits on a cage top, and I just want to bring to you real quick. So many people already know this, but if you don't and you're watching my videos, the screen tops on top of aquariums or on top of terrariums or the other Xterra special cage enclosures that are more tall, and they're screened all the way around and have a little bit of glass. Whenever you place a UVB UVB light on top through a screen, you're cutting out your UVB power, and that could be anywhere from half to 75% depending on the screen density. The little top that I have in there on my terrarium in the closet is very fine, and so it cuts down a tremendous amount of light, and you can see that when you take a bright light and you have it pointing outwards or directly at you, and you're like, that's really bright, but you put it on top of your terrarium, aquarium, or whatever enclosure you have with a screen top, it really cuts out the intensity of the light. So it cuts out the intensity of the UVB, and that could be very key or beneficial depending on how much power you're pumping through your UVB light fixture. So I just wanted to bring that to you. So I don't have any screen on this, and so this will be mounted approximately maybe 2 feet, foot and a half, or a foot and 3/4 to the lower part of my enclosure here. So they should be getting plenty of UVB. But let me show you the little part that the light is going to affix to. And so this is here, and you just mount it with one screw, and these pieces bend outwards, and the light is just going to clip onto that. So it's easy to remove and then put back on if you're going to do clean things or do things you need to move the light. And then you can always remove this clip and take that with you and mount it somewhere else. So very, very good idea. So we're going to mount this real fast. Try to mount it fast. Turn it on, and there it's on. And now I have the fixture, and it's lighting up inside the cage a lot better, and it looks more like daylight. And hopefully, my reptiles running around in here are going to get more, they'll wake up a little earlier. Hopefully, it's going to simulate, the UVB which is going to increase hopefully their appetite and their activity. So that's my goal. But a lot more powerful light. I think these are around 18 to 26 volts or watts, and this was 54, so quite a bit more power. But yeah, that's basically what I wanted to bring to you. I really like this setup. I think honestly, you know, in the beginning, if I would have gone this route and bought, you know, 2 of these, that I would have been much better off than buying the ZoomEd lights, light hoods, you know, fluorescent light hoods, the T5 and the T8. I would have been much better off. But, you know, lesson learned, and hopefully I can pass this along to the few people that are tuning into my channel, maybe save you some money and some time, and you know, make sure your reptiles are being kept properly. I think this is a really good light. And yeah, that's it. So let me just show you. My tegus didn't wake up yesterday. Here is the back to the tegus. Let me just show you. They didn't wake up yesterday. Sassy barricades herself in the entrance to the box or the hide, and she makes it totally dark in there, which I understand. I like my room really dark. I like my whole house dark. But let's peek in on them real quick. I'm going to get them up today. And they will crash out and sleep for days. They're Sassy, my red tegu, and my black and white tegu Mac, and they just are zonked out. And they curl up and they sleep really close to each other, male and female. So I'm just going to let them sleep it off, get up when they want. Hopefully they don't crash out for multiple days in a row and not get up and eat, which is fine by me. They can sleep. I give them way too much attention. All right, so this portion of the video, I'm just going to talk about my light choices. I've gone through everything as far as, you know, ZoomEd and Exoterra and all the different light bulbs. I buy a lot, or I have bought a lot of light bulbs. And then I found this at Walmart. It was a 250 watt Philips heat lamp bulb, specifically maybe for heating food, or, you know, your bathroom, you know, you put up in the top, and it puts out a lot of heat, which is really good for my tegus. Oh, a lot better than these 100 and 150 watt lights. But over here on the other side, I've got a mercury vapor bulb. And I've just had really bad experiences with these bulbs like this because they are so fragile. And I've broken so many of them. Just the other day, I have to spray the cage down with water, and I have a water mister bottle, and I accidentally crossed a little bit of moisture onto one of these you know, this bulb is not expensive. It's $4.95 at Walmart, but a little bit of water, just lost track of where my spray was, and a little stream hit this light when it was turned on, and it was hot, and it just fried it. It just broke it. It shattered it. And then these lights are just, the tegus will, you know, get up there in the lights. Mac does, and he'll bang one, and it'll shatter or crack, you know. And then once they're cracked, they're ruined. And so I'm trying to. I wanted to experiment and look at, you know, different lights and different ways to do what I'm trying to accomplish. You know, as far as heat and UVB. And I'm just, you know, after trying it, I'm moving away from, you know, expensive bulbs. They have a Power Sun ZoomEd that's it's a really neat light, but it's like $80 for one for 160 watt, and that's what I would need, 160 watt. And so $80 per bulb, and, you know, again, it could break, you know, and I could spray a little bit of water on it. The tegus could bat it around, you know, reach up and hit it with their head and shatter that, and I'm down $80, just bam, just like that. And then, like I said, I broke one of those lights, but it was $4.95, so no big deal. I went and bought another one. But lights are just tough in here. So that's why I think I'm going back, and I like this this Reptizoo fluorescent light. It's not a heat light, but it does provide nutrients for, you know, the process of the calcium reptiles, you know, the processing of the D3. And I think this is going to be the way to go, because these lights are durable. My Zoom Meds have been dropped, banged, smashed, and the bulb is not broken, and they continue to function. They're a lot, I mean, way more durable. So other than that, that's everything. My video quality is low because I just don't have enough light, and that's a little bit frustrating. But I think that's what I wanted to bring to everyone today, and close out this video before it gets too long. All right, thank you. Bye-bye. Have a great day.